I have never ever thought about making another video about this topic, about the sentence 4. Because I have to remove this particular comment right here because I felt like one, it's kind of rude, a little bit sensitive, and I feel like they didn't understand everyone's thoughts and opinions about the franchise. So I'm gonna read out loud and share my thoughts. Okay, so I said, so I replied to this comment, right? I said, it's more the fact that it seems to be more a crash grab than actually wanting to do with the movie. It does feel that way. Because lately they've been wanting to make more and more sequels of movies like Toy Story 5 and such, and it does really feel like a cash grab. To me, at least. They don't have the same people from the previous films to make the movie. I would have enjoyed it if Cameron had passed away or they have the previous production team. Yeah, they don't have the same production team. For me, that's a little bit suspicious and weird. Like, I know sometimes that happens where they need a different production team and stuff like that, but I feel like if it's not going to be the same production team, I feel like it's not going to do well. Sorry, but I can't get excited for this movie one bit. I genuinely can't. The lore for this movie doesn't make sense. Yeah, it doesn't. I even read the books. I read, like, most of them except for, like, the newest book, but it doesn't make sense. If it were a spin-off series, then maybe I would have enjoyed it. But no, this is an actual 4 movie. The third movie ended perfectly and didn't need a fourth one. That is true. I think it could have been a spin-off series or something else entirely if they haven't said Descendants 4. I think I would have been fine and everything. But they keep trying to bring back almost the original cast, even though the original cast are not in it and everything like that. I just think it could have been better as like a spin-off series. If you don't like how we feel about the movie, then please don't watch my reaction or my opinions on the movie. I grew up with Descendants, enjoyed everything about the trilogy. When I heard Cameron pass away, it hurt me a lot because I have seen him grown up. I enjoyed his acting and everything. That is true. Like, it really hurts to see someone so young passed away, enjoying doing what he loves and everything as well. You know, his co-stars and everything like that. It part of me hurts a lot to know that their best friend, their co-star, someone who's like a brother to them, has passed away. It's very heartbreaking and sad. So something like making another movie and trying to connect everything to the previous films, it can feel like it didn't feel right with them and everything like that. Of course, I don't think that Cameron doesn't want them to continue on or anything like that. I think he probably would want them to continue on and everything like that. But because it probably is still painful and they're probably still hurting because it can take time to, grieve about it. They probably didn't want to do it. They always said that they didn't want to do this. That's why they're not in it. I don't think I would be able to handle this movie because of what happened. I'm glad you're excited to see more Descendants, but for me, it's just too much, and I think they should just left it alone. We don't need a fourth film. Alright, they said the lore makes sense. Read the books. I have read the books. I have. I actually have some graphic novels of the books. Just say. No, they shouldn't because the lore will be and there's more to tell the characters we haven't met deserve to better say it's full. Well, it's not fair they don't get their chances because Carter's been gone, who is even that. Oh, wow, okay. Carter's been gone, who is not even that major character in the franchise. Wow, okay. The original cast have their own story to tell and everything. Carlos was a really important to the story and everything. If he wasn't, then they wouldn't have him in the trilogy. He was important to the story. That's why I have to remove this comment because when I first heard they honor him, now they want to move on. Okay, they want to move on. That is fine. If some of them want to move on and some of us want to move on, that's fine. It's not the fact that we don't want to move on. It's the fact it just doesn't feel right without Cameron Boyce because he was a big kid actor. So seeing him not probably gonna be part of this and everything that it just doesn't feel as right because we miss him. It's okay to be missing him. He was part of it but it didn't revolve around him. Okay, sure, it didn't revolve around him exactly because it was mostly about Mal, but he was so important to Mal's story. He's so important in the books as well. So you to tell me that I need to read the books, but yet it seems like you haven't read the books either, buddy. Like, Carlos was really important into the story. That wouldn't be fair to the other characters who deserve the spotlight. I'm not saying like the other characters can't have the spotlight. I'm saying they need to do something different with this. I feel like calling this a Descendants 4 movie doesn't feel right. It could have been so much better if they had done something else with it. Like a spin-off series. They know they were doing it. The last word they said in the French was literally a setup for a new movie. Okay, I haven't seen the Winning movie. I didn't know about this. I haven't seen the new movie, the Winning movie, because it was still new that Cameron Boyce has passed away when it came out. And I did not want to watch a Winning movie, the Winning movie, because I'm like, I just want this to be over. Like, it's okay to feel sad about stuff and feel like you can't watch something that you enjoy and everything because you found out someone passed away during a production of something. The end of the Winning was given their vision for this movie, so that's just wrong. Why is so just wrong? They knew about it, never spoke bad about it. They haven't really talked about it. Yes, they actually have. They have said that they didn't want to do Descendants 4. They said they didn't feel right doing it without Cameron Boyce. It's still sad for them that when they were making Descendants 3, one of their co-stars passed away. They probably even haven't really talked about it because they don't want to say anything. And probably have their own lives and doing whatever they want to do. They said it would be wrong for them to personally do it. Yes! Not wrong for Disney in general. I never talked about... I said Disney, I feel like, was making a Car Crash movie. Yes. Okay, it's not wrong for Disney in general. Yes. I was talking about the cast, the production team. I wasn't talking about Disney as a company. People keep twisting their words. I am not twisting their words. I have said the OG cast. I said the original cast many, many times. If you didn't see that, then I don't know what you were saying. It's not disrespectful to make more movies. I didn't say it's not disrespectful to make more movies. That's not what I said. I said that it just doesn't feel right. Okay? Let's talk about also, for a fact, Fast and Furious 5, they actually had lost a co-star during the makings of one of the Fast and Furious 5. And the other actor pulled out because it didn't feel right for him to continue the movies. Yet they're still making more and more and more movies. Okay? We're not saying we don't want more Descendants. We're not saying that, you know, this Descendants 4 movie should never happen. It just doesn't feel right, and they could have done something different where we can still enjoy it as a franchise, as a series. Because, like I said, if Cameron Boyce haven't passed away or anything like that, I probably would enjoy this and everything like that. You know? But it just doesn't feel right to me because Cameron Boyce was an awesome actor in the Descendants films as Carlos. Okay? That was one out of 1,000 pictures of stories. I get that. They honored them, they gave the fans, the cast, and crew closure. Yes, okay, that's fine. Now it's time to meet some of the new characters who haven't had their stories told that they deserve to. Okay, they couldn't still do something new. They couldn't write books. They couldn't turn into a spin-off series. They didn't need to directly make a 4th movie because how the trilogy ended. And they could have called Descendants New Generations, and where it's going to be a new set of a trilogy or whatever, or something like that. I would have been okay with that. Okay? It's a huge world with thousands of stories waiting to be told. I get that. Why limit themselves? I'm not saying they need to limit themselves, okay? I'm not... This is crazy. There's more to that world than 90% of the world is unexplored, and I want all of it to explore. 99%. More like 10,000% explore. I want to see Descendants movies set in Olympus and Neverland and Aerodel, etc. There's much cleave potential there. Okay, yes, fair enough. I would like to see that too. That'd be cool. They could do still called Z4. Think about like the MCU. Okay. The MCU, okay, the MCU I have issues with too. Honestly, I'm not gonna talk about that. But again, I don't want to be called Descendants 4 because it doesn't sit right. If they call it like it's a new generation, has new characters of Descendants or something like that, I would have been fine. But just call it straight up Descendants 4, saying it's a straight up like sequel after everything happened I just do not understand why. D1, the wedding was phase 1. D4 is the beginning of phase 2. Okay, but here's the thing. If you're gonna bring in MCU, they had names for each sequel. Iron Man 1, 2, and 3. Spider Captain America and the Winter Soldier, Captain America, the First Avenger, Captain America, Civil War, Spider-Man, Far From Home, Spider-Man, Homecoming. I know I'm putting these out in order, but Spider-Man, No Way Home. They have names and stuff like that, and that they're sequels. Avengers Assemble, Avengers Age of Ultron, stuff like that. With a captivating script and Jennifer Van Payne's direction, Fincher is seeing a new high-powered creative imagination with the movie ups ante source on to 10 young viewers, their families, and global fan base that grew the special story of Descendants. It's not as painful as just the next chapter we are moving on. The beginning of the news story is the sequel of the No! Okay, wow! The next chapter... Yeah, we know it's not a spin-off. It's just the next chapter we are moving on. The beginning of a news story. It's still a sequel, though. It continues what the past set up. Still ties into the previous movies in some ways. Yeah, we know it's a sequel. We want a spin. I want a spin of all of these. I want something from Descendants, like new books or whatever, where they can still continue the story of Descendants without feeling like they're trying to replace the OG cast. It just doesn't feel. Again, I'm going to say it doesn't feel right. Just move on, respect their decision not to return or learn to love the new cast. It's not the fact I don't love the new cast. It's not the fact I don't respect their decision. And not to return. I am happy for them that they didn't return. I'm so glad they decided that they don't want to continue their stories or anything like that. I am glad they have talked about the fact that it doesn't feel right for them to continue Descendants without Cameron Boyce. I am actually happy for their decision. And I do love Tiny McClane as Uma and stuff like that. And I think the new cast will probably do wonderful. But do I think it will succeed? No, I do not think that. If you don't like my opinions, then move on. Just move on, like him, rest in peace, and learn to love the new, like. And this is why I have deleted this comment. Okay, look, if you think Descendants 4 is going to be a good movie, then I am happy. I literally said that. If you like it, then it's fine. Like, but for me, it's just too much. Okay? It hurt me a lot to hear that a young actor passed away. Yes, I don't know him in real life. Yes, I never really met him or anything like that. But it does hurt when a young actor passes away because of something that is painful and definitely something that they shouldn't suffer from. Can I not have feelings about that? That is sad and really hard to think about because that could have been you. That you would have suffered the same thing and everything if you were in his shoes and stuff like that. Like, he was young. He died around the age of 19. I have been trying to move on from actors and other people that I know, like family and stuff like that, when they pass away at a young age. But it's hard because The world is cruel. Alright? So, there you go. I'm not going to make any more videos about this. If you do not like my opinions, then please stop watching this video and go away. KW out. And I'm so sorry that you have to watch this video. I have to say something. KW out.